So is it replacement? Is there a replacement grant city council?
Ooh, here we go. Welcome everybody to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for May 8th, 2025. Great to see a huge crowd, which I know why you're all here. So my apologies up front because it'll be the very last thing we do today. But with that, I will call the meeting to order. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting? If so, I'll entertain any motions related to.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
And I'll second it.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. No public hearings, no old business. Go straight into new business. Farmers Market lot, Spud Bank, Lake and Eubank is the owner's name, May 1st, 8th, 15th. So we got some of those already done. 22nd and 29th, 11 to 2 at the Farmers Market lot. No complaints that we're aware of. Any questions on Spud Bank's May request?
Just the monthly request, I assume, and all good, so I'd make a motion to allow that to happen.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, let's see, special request, Indiana Health Center's exterior building work. So they want to do some work on St. Louis Avenue with the St. Louis Avenue side with a boom truck. The dates are to be determined. But to get the truck in there, they need to close St. Louis Avenue for 2 to 4 hours to complete the work.
Where's that at?
Between
I
the
got
railroad
it.
tracks and
Yep.
Jeff Martin is the requester. Anybody here from the health center? They do have their insurance paperwork to go with it.
That's the corner building now, right?
It's corner building, yeah, the old Partick Law Firm.
Yep.
Roger Partick's old place. Let's rephrase that.
I wonder if that's days, or just a day, or part of a day, or.
It says it would occur between 8 to 5, and they would need to close St. Louis for 2 to 4 hours. So it sounds like one day, but they don't know exactly what day yet, which I'm assuming rain plays a part in that.
Yep.
If that's, pending the dates and stuff, I mean, according to what they're saying, I mean, I'll make a motion to allow that to happen as long as.
Yeah, me too.
things are in that
If it's a
parameter.
matter
I'm
of
like,
many
yeah.
days and many hours,
Yeah.
it might be a problem.
Yeah.
So during Oktoberfest,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg, you've got something to say?
Yeah, so we have, is there any way we can move them to Chestnut Street?
Not if they're gonna work on the south side of the building.
Because without the Indianapolis crossover, there's a lot of people that come up Indianapolis there and then realize that's a do not enter one-way street.
So you're saying
And
they
they
have to back out then?
Well, there's nowhere to back out. I mean,
Yeah, you'd have to back and go back south on
Oh.
Indianapolis.
so can we have DPW maybe put barricades that the road's closed or something out at Tipton and Indianapolis that day?
Well, and what I was gonna recommend, so somebody help me, is Rails closed on Mondays? No? Well, there
Don't
goes
think
that
so.
idea. Next thought is, making sure that there's a couple days heads up for the neighbors as well.
Yeah.
But if they're working on the south side of the building, they really can't move the truck to the
Yeah.
west.
I'm assuming they're gonna maybe set an air conditioner is what it sounds like.
That's what I was assuming too, chief, but.
I know they've also been talking about some brickwork and stuff like that, so I don't know which piece this is, so.
It would be a good idea just to barricade that off so you don't have people that are gonna have to try to do a
it.
U-turn or go the wrong way on a one-way or something, but for such a short time, I think,
A one-day closure of
Yeah.
Indianapolis or something there.
And a
off of
couple
Tipton.
hours of a
Yeah.
day is,
yeah.
if that's
put it on the
correct.
city Facebook page once we.
I understand your concern though, thanks.
Might be helpful if it wasn't at noon. when they
Well, that's what I was gonna say, if
do
they could
lunch.
start at 8 in the morning, they're cutting into the back half of lunch rush. The back half of their stuff is lunch rush versus starting at 10 in the morning and being through
Well-
the entire rush.
I think we can reach out to them with our concerns and hopefully they can make it work.
I'll have Jane coordinate with them. Okay, so I had a motion
I'll second that.
and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Again, I'll have Jane coordinate with them to make sure we try to make it as peaceful as possible. Next up, special request from the FOP Pre-Scoop Cruise In and Car Show. CJ, you want to talk about it or you want me to?
You're fine.
Okay, hey, we're gonna read CJ's words here. So the request is to close the Robertson's lot at 7 PM on August the 14th, which is a Thursday night. St. Louis Avenue between Poplar and Walnut, same time. Close eastbound and westbound St. Louis between Walnut and Chestnut, 7 to same time. Electricity be turned on, JG make a note. 12 trash containers, 30 traffic cones, barricades for closing Robertson's lot. Walnut between Tipton and Second on Friday night, or Friday, from noon to 11 PM. Lots being closed, both Farmers Market and the Robertson's lots. Requesting the ability to set 2 portable toilets. So the event is actually August the 15th, 2025 from 7:30 AM to 11 PM. I know the event actually starts later. But that would be the closings for the FOP Pre-Scoop Car Show.
This is no different than every other year, right?
Nothing changed.
Only major changes, I read more of it this year than I did last year.
Yeah, it sounded like a lot. I'd make a motion to allow that to happen.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, special request for the 12th Annual Boys and Girls Club Youth Triathlon. Anybody here for that one? Okay, so this is the 12th Annual Boys and Girls Club Youth Triathlon. It'll be on June the 28th, 7 AM until around 10 AM. The Seymour High School area, behind the high school, and on Stadium Drive. The Seymour Police Department typically provides 2 units at the busy intersections, which are Second and Airport Road at the Island and Westgate and Vestige at the Graveyard. Seymour Fire Department usually provides help at Newford Road and Vestige intersection. Then the fire truck is out at the treatment plant for the turnaround point before they head back. They're requesting DPW give cones. Yeah, typical stuff. Same thing it's been for years. They've got their insurance form. And again, Boys and Girls Club Youth Triathlon on June the 28th, the morning of.
That's a great event.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I've got a couple of grandkids that have done it and will
Yeah.
continue to do it. So
Might have to.
I'll make a motion to allow the Boys and Girls Club their youth triathlon.
Second that motion.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, and I know this one will talk for herself. Parks and Recreation. What you got going on?
I have 2 requests. Do you want me to do them together or individually?
You're probably fine together.
Together? Okay.
Yep.
So, first one I have is Seymour Main Street would like to reserve Crossroads May 15th, June 19th, July 17th, August 21st, and September 18th from 6 to 8 for their annual City Jam. It's a free concert for the public. They do this every year.
Okay.
And then,
What's your other one?
what?
What's your other one?
Oh, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Danelle Kaufman, she's one of our employees, requested to reserve Crossroads. She's involved with Team World Vision, and they are going to be hosting a fundraiser and concert in the park, and they would like to have Junkyard Barbecue there as well. Both reservations have provided all the information needed.
Any questions?
Guess that doesn't conflict with anything else going on there. If they meet
City
park
James.
boards,
City Jam's normal.
yeah, okay. I'll make a motion to allow that.
I'll second both of them.
Thank you.
Motion and second to allow both events. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Chief.
Morning, Chief Greg O'Brien, Police Department. I request the board to approve the hiring of Victoria Lee and Samuel Neal as officers with the Police Department. Both candidates have passed the hiring standards approved by the local pension board and the state pension board. If approved, these officers will start on May 11th. These two positions are to fill two vacant positions within the police department.
Where does this put you staffing wise, chief?
Full staff.
Oh,
Okay, any questions? Do we start the 30 question round with each candidate now, or if you weren't sweating, I'm trying to help.
I'm good with it.
I'll make a motion, yes, to hire Victoria and Samuel.
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor of hiring Tori Lee and Samuel Neal, signify with aye.
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 And then I request at conclusion of the Board of Works that these two officers be sworn in by you, Mayor.
Motion carries. We'll do that right after the rest of the meeting. Mr. Dixon?
I've got a couple things. One of, if I could share a picture with you really quick. If you could maybe give me direction as to where, I should have asked you already, but, is that thoroughfare and drainage, or? Basically, I talked to the preacher that is of that church. They have a lot of elderly that they have to drop off in front of the church. He's requesting a no parking. He's on a corner, and there is a,
It'd be thoroughfare and drainage, but I'm thinking you could also do a drop-off pickup area.
Yeah.
Maybe, thoroughfare and drainage, we can send it to them.
thank
Maybe
you.
it's a no parking zone with an hour window, like you do in schools or whatever, no parking between,
Between
Okay.
such and such.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out.
I just didn't feel like I'd, bring it to you guys. Also, Monday and Tuesday, we have plans for the MVH crew to crack seal the east of the railroad tracks, East 2nd Street. We need to either do a no parking or a road closure. We could do a no parking and do a block at a time or so, and then try to get out of their way. That way business as usual could happen. Or,
Could you do like like one side and the other side?
we absolutely do that.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense to me.
And we'll, Donovan and the crew, Donovan plus another is out there talking to business owners right now.
Okay.
So give them the idea of it right now, so.
Okay.
We're also meeting with NDOT about O'Brien Street today. And I just want to give maybe leak over to Bernie as far as everything goes. Give an update on 2nd Street real quick. You've noticed that a lot of pavement has went down, especially this last week. I think, was it 5,800 tons of asphalt just this week that went down? So it's quite a bit. We are moving pretty quick though. Signs will be going up today to announce on or after May 22nd closure of the intersection of 2nd and Community. But they're putting those up today. And we're working with, we've got everything in line as far as crews to come out to take those poles down and wreck it and rebuild it, so.
How long will that intersection be closed?
Our goal is to have it back open before school starts. Yet again, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be moving really quick. All while we have another crew working, moving east, so. Yeah, a lot is going on. And it's moving really quick, so.
Fingers crossed that there's no hiccups, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But we've contacted everybody that could be contacted. We've got the plan laid out pretty solid. Of course, things do happen, but pretty confident in the team we've got and how it's set up, so.
Chad, from Hess Avenue to Community Drive, is that going to be a mill and repave, or is that all rebuilt down through there too?
So you'll see, I believe it's Clay's around there. I think it's a sidewalk, and then it attaches to.
It's all rebuilt?
Yeah, it's all rebuilt.
Okay.
I guess I should just say it's rebuilt. If you have anything else.
Anybody? Thanks for the update.
Thank you.
Bernie, you wanna roll in with anything else on road work? Or sewers, or any one of your number of pieces?
Just real quick on, this just happened, Chad doesn't even know about this, so on Springer Street, we have a wet area on the, I'm gonna call it the west end where it curves. through there. We're gonna have to close that for about 2 to 3 weeks to get that, done the way we want to, and then we're gonna add some concrete at the end of that to where it connects to Holiday Drive. So anyhow, there's gonna be a closure there for, up to 2 to 3 weeks. They'll be able to get to their homes from the other end, but it's just gonna
They still have
continue to be
access.
kind of ugly there for another, till Memorial Day. So we'll try to get it at least maybe opened up by then, but it's close. Just wanted to throw that at you, and then just so you're aware, the 25, CCMG was awarded, and that should be starting hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Bryan Street, Chad, we have a meeting on that, but, trying to coordinate that with water pollution control, because there's a lot of sewer work on that, so hopefully we'll be, getting any changes back to GAI to continue, get that to letting, hopefully this winter. All right?
Okay.
Thanks, Bernie.
Oh, and then one more thing, the transfer station out at, 4th and, F Avenue, is that about where the DPW area is? That's gonna be coming out in the ground, hopefully in the next few weeks. We're still trying to put footers in the ground to hold walls up, so the building is delivered and sitting there, but takes a while for us to get it put together with the wet conditions we've had.
And it's gonna rain again here in a few minutes.
Yeah, every 3 days.
They tested the concrete and everything's good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Darren Bowes, Clerk Treasurer.
First couple things is, I just want approval from the board to move forward on definitely one quote and one, I'm gonna give you a dollar amount max. The first one is through Royalty Group. The windows on the building at 301 North Chestnut, were sealed over, nobody knows exactly how many years ago. Predates Fred at some point in time. But between the outer storm window and internal window, that pane is cracking, it's deteriorating, dust is settling, and the seals are bad. So they need to be pulled in between the windows, needs to be scraped, cleaned, painted. First estimate from Royalty, I didn't care for because, you expect some broken glass to happen. They were putting it all back on us. I told them I didn't feel like they had any, any meat in the game or any skin in the game. So they redid it, and they will eat the first $5,000 of broken glass. I was still concerned, so I went and talked to a gentleman over at Kenny Glass, and he said that he really doesn't anticipate. He goes, yes, we're going to take it out, we're going to replace the rubber stripping, put it in, reseal it, and we're going to store it off-site. I don't really think broken glass will be a concern. But to be safe, I'm going to have them start on the east side, the front, that face Chestnut, and then we will move to 3rd Street because the other areas aren't as visible, and those two areas are the worst. That quote came in, and I did seek out other quotes the last 2 years. 2 people never responded. Small Town Glass was not interested, so I had to go through Royalty as they have the equipment to help support whoever does the job. But that estimate comes in at $82,815. We still have roughly $400,000 left in our remodel fund from City Hall, of which $250,000 has been committed to the transfer station. So we would take half of this from that fund, the other half would come from sewer, since that's also the sewer office. So I'm asking for approval to move forward with Royalty to get that project done.
I'm assuming Kenny's didn't give a quote, or it was
He
higher?
would not give a quote on his own.
Okay,
So through Royalty, with their support, they would, because I approached them first, and they did not.
okay.
And I reached out through actually a restoration company in Illinois, and they never got back with me. Like I said, Dave Eggers, it was above him.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle it.
Seems like the perfect time to do it with the funds there.
Yeah. Before
Definitely needs done, I know
Chad
that.
spends them on the transfer station.
Do you need our approval to do that?
I would like to, yes.
Well, I'd make that motion.
I'll
Okay.
second it.
Motion and a second to approve the window work on the older part of the building. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You're up.
The second piece is I talked to the mayor about this probably about a year ago. We need to replace the desks over in the clerk treasurer sewer office. This affects the HR, the first and second deputy, and the 3 sewer utility clerks. I have got 2 quotes. One just came in about 30 minutes ago, so I want to review it. The maximum I'm going to spend would be $18,099.50. The desks in there original to City Hall moving over here, so I think that was 96 or whatever. Only
around
one
there.
center drawer still functions, several handles have broke off, so they're beyond their useful life. I've looked at Staples, I've got a catalog here from National Business Furniture, and, the quotes are coming in. The nice thing about the 2 quotes from local entities are they will store the equipment, they'll do it in phases, and they'll assemble it, so they will work with us versus if I order through Staples or I order through National Business, they ship it and then we gotta assemble it and figure out how we're gonna do it. So, I would ask for your permission to spend no more than the 1 quote, which is basically $18,100 to replace 6 desks, credenzas, and a couple storage areas.
That's upon review of the other one, you say,
Yes.
give you time to,
Yes, but the maximum would be the
Gotcha.
18,100.
okay. I'll make a motion to let Darren proceed with that, and you can let us know for sure how
Will do.
that comes in.
Okay.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Back to you again, Mr. Bose.
Then I actually have 4 sewer adjustments, 3 that came in late. The first one here is Juan Alonso. It's actually owned by Jeff Wetzel. 506 East 4th Street, underground leak. I've got a letter here from Indiana American Water. Reading dates, they weren't matching up. They got it straightened out. It was actually over the course of about 3 months. And that's why it took so long to fix it, because Indiana American Water, again, the readings did not match what was actually happening. Looking for a total credit of $1,076.04. The next one is Travis Anderson, 403 Skaggs Court. Water main break. Again, got what was happened when it was repaired, and everything has since returned to normal. Looking for a credit of $422.73. Rob Hunsucker, 2708 Falcon Court, first request for pool fill of the year. Looking for a credit of $87.84. Seymour Orthodontics, 104 Community Drive, missed bill by Indiana American Water Company to a meter issue. Indiana American Water gave credit and a leak adjustment, and we are just following suit with what they did because of the bad meter. Looking for a credit of $843.12. All of them meet our criteria, so I would ask that you approve these sewer adjustments.
I would make the motion to approve those.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That's all I have.
That's all I got. Okay, I've got a couple miscellaneous, and then we'll get to the exciting part of the day. First up, I've got a graduation party at the community center. They are asking for a food truck at the center. And Chris, you can tell me whether this is even needed or not, but we had her filled out just in case. They'd like to have a food truck at the community center, but they're gonna put it in the parking lot out back. But it is a registered food truck with the city of Seymour. So do they need to? Okay. Never mind. We won't vote on that one because Chris says it's okay. Next miscellaneous I've got is Froiling Fest. We approved them a while back, B&O parking lot. The original application said same as the last 5 years. But now they would like to close the parking lot at 4 p.m. on Thursday, May the 15th for setup.
What fest is it?
Fro-
Oh, okay.
I thought you just wanted to make them say
yeah, I
it
really
again.
thought you were just
KC.
Froiling Fest.
KC.
Yes, the Knights of
Gotcha.
Columbus event. They just want to close the parking lot earlier than what they originally asked.
The original ask was 4, but
He called back and asked for an earlier time, so.
Does that get I guess that would include the Eagles. That was always an issue with Carnival.
Yeah, no, it's that whole lot, so.
Yeah, so, and if they talk to the Eagles and make sure they don't have a big event that night.
I'm assuming they can get most of the cars out of there, but the cars that park there are gonna be there in the morning, right? And,
Well, the problem is they open at 11 a.m. the next morning.
okay,
So it's kind of like Oktoberfest, you come in, you set up early. So they're just asking for an extra couple hours to be able to work on setup the day before.
there's still gonna be some vehicles in that parking lot at 4 o'clock if you close it. I mean, I'm assuming they realize that and can work around it then.
I'm gonna say two of the best vehicle removers in the city of Seymour are in this room, and both of them just smiled at me. So, because I know when I help with Oktoberfest, I've got two people that I rely on for that,
Okay,
so.
so they just posted that it's closing at 4 o'clock and then,
Yeah, DPW put out the sign, I mean, it's,
okay,
I will tell you though, that is also the first night of City Jam, so it's gonna create parking headaches, but there's not a whole lot, I don't think, that we can, cause we'd already closed it before City Jam anyway. So,
So it's Thursday they're wanting to close it?
their festival starts on it's Friday and Saturday, 11 to 11.
Okay.
So they had originally asked, I believe, for Thursday night at like 7 or 8, or maybe even midnight. Now they're asking for an earlier time so they can get setup started earlier.
did you say you close it for City Jam anyway?
No,
Oh,
they had
okay.
already asked for the closure beforehand. It's just now they're asking for a little earlier.
If they don't get ahead of it, then it's gonna be full.
Yeah, you're gonna have a whole City Jam parking lot on top of trying to set up.
Yeah, a lot of people sit over there and watch,
I know, right?
listen to it, yeah.
It's kind of a catch-22 either way.
It's a rough one, yeah. So,
I mean, I would almost wonder why they just don't ask to close it first thing Friday, but anyway, that's not up to me. I get it, I understand. I mean, I'll make a motion to allow them to close the parking lot at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Or,
yeah, 4 o'clock on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll second.
Motion and second to close the parking lot early. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Yes,
Sorry, is the parking lot behind the community center a city public lot?
yes.
I take back my statement.
Never mind, now that I wrote no vote needed, Chris changed my mind. Okay, so the graduation party is happening at the community center on June the 6th. And they would like to have a food truck in the lot.
that sounds familiar. Have we heard something?
I feel like we've heard about this. Again, it's a registered food truck. They've rented the community center from Parks and Recreation. They just want to make sure they're allowed to have a food truck.
Don't know why it'd be an issue, so.
To elaborate on that, they're not selling food, this is just for their party.
That is actually in the note here. You're right, I didn't point that out.
Is that the one
for
behind
party.
behind the chamber, or does it go on over?
Yeah,
It's
it's behind the chamber.
Okay.
And it does say on here that the food is only for the party, so.
I'd make a motion to allow that. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
I didn't really think we needed that.
Motion carries. We didn't necessarily either at the beginning. Okay, let's do the fun stuff. And we are gonna move spots just a little bit. We're gonna come up a little ways, like right in here, so heads up, Chris and Brad. Glad you're all patiently waiting to see which tie I put on. Going first. Victoria Lee, I'm gonna struggle calling you that. Is everybody on this side of the room that's here to watch you?
Yeah.
Okay. You go here. Make sure we get a video of this for you. Okay, hang on, I'm trying to double check here. Yeah, okay, we rotate just a little bit so she's on camera, not you. Much better. She's way prettier. Okay, left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, you got this, you got it memorized?
No. So you can repeat it.
I can. Okay, ready? Good, you're smiling. I, Victoria Lee,
I, Victoria Lee,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and all laws,
and all laws,
ordinances, and resolutions
ordinances, and resolutions
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member
as a member
of the Police Department
of the Police Department
of the City of Seymour,
of the City of Seymour,
County of Jackson,
County of Jackson,
State of Indiana,
State of Indiana,
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
And you'll have stuff to sign, and Greg knows all that stuff for you. Samuel Neal. We're gonna go to about the same spot over here. Now, I haven't known you since you were a teenager, so this won't be that much fun. We're right in there. Who's holding for him? Come on over. I'm not holding it, you got this. Okay, left hand on there, raise your right hand, repeat after me. If we mess up, nobody knows except me and you. I, Samuel Neal,
I, Samuel Neal,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and all laws,
and all laws,
ordinances, and resolutions
ordinances, and resolutions
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
of the City of Seymour, Indiana,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member of the Police Department
as a member of the Police Department
of the City of Seymour,
of the City of Seymour,
County of Jackson,
County of Jackson,
State of Indiana,
State of Indiana,
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability.
Welcome aboard, sir. Okay, those two already know, there's paperwork to be signed, there is a million pictures that need to be taken, so, whatever pictures you want, don't hesitate. We've got logos, we've got police officers, make sure we get all the stuff, this is the shiny moment. No pressure to the two of you, I look forward to watching you do long careers. I look forward to looking back 25 years from now and going, hey, look, I swore those two in. So here it is. I'm going to adjourn the meeting and then we'll do all the pictures and you've got papers to sign and we'll do all that. Anybody got anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.